E, 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 E. Ang pangit na sulat ko.
At least tama.
Yes. Yes. Good evening po.
Magandang gabi.
Kumusta po kayo?
How are you?
How's your day?
Kamusta ang araw?
Kumusta yung mga taga-Matain na
Inabutan ng brownout?
inabutan ng brownout? Buti na lang, meron na. Kung hindi kami makakapag-live today. Diba? Good evening po.
Magandang gabi.
So, yes, we've decided that the topic for tonight, again, would be ito. The need to be right. It's something, I guess, that's not so obvious, but it happens. It happens every day. It even happens within ourselves. It happens when we interact with the people around us, from our loved ones, our friends, to our co-workers, to our bosses, to our subordinates. Laging nagkakaroon ng ganon pag nag-uusap. Laging nagkakaroon ng ganon pag nag-interact sa sa relationships, diba? Ikaw, Sir Cham,
Yeah.
have you ever had that need or urge that you want to feel right, to be right? Diba? It happens diba? Especially when there are... Kailan nangyayari yun?
Sa profession namin, kailangan talaga yun.
The need to be right? Kailangan?
Ah,
Kailangan the need to be right? Really? So this is interesting. Ano to impromptu. The need to be right. Okay, sige. Okay. Elaborate. Pero on ordinary interactions, kasi not
yung
not
need
everyone can
namin,
be
yung
relatable
need
to
namin
you.
to be right only comes when we're trying to teach our students something. Parang mortal sin kasi kung turuan sila ng mali, because until tumanda sila, ang iisipin nila yun yung tama. So,
Okay yun. If let's say, if in that setup, parang it's accepted na pag may sinabi ang teacher, syempre, hindi dapat makikipagtalo ang estudyante. Basta sisiguraduhin lang ng teacher na tama ang sinasabi niya.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oo.
The trainer must make sure na yung tinuturo niya ay tama. So, that's the time I feel that I need to be right kapag kaharap ko, especially yung mga estudyante, because ayoko nga yung ma-adapt nila yung maling culture, maling pananaw, maling understanding, no? Yun.
Pero syempre, does it still, when you're teaching, kailangan ganon. But do you need to be? Do you have that feeling? You have that urge na, alam mo yun, yung mga tao kasing ganon na kailangan patunayan kung tama ako. Yung ganon. Meron kang
ganong moment?
Ganong drive na parang, or parang
Hindi,
ganong urge.
If
na kailangan tama
I
ako.
felt that the person is not, doesn't have, yung parang, the person is not open to accept yung mga explanations, yung mga, yung mga, anong tawag dito? Yung mga meaningful na, na paliwanag. If I felt na ganun yung person, I will not insist anymore. I will just keep quiet and it's not that I feel parang hopeless. Hopeless na nakausapin ko pa to kasi hindi naman siya makikinig eh. So parang to cut the story short, I will not argue anymore. Oh, okay.
Yun.
Ano?
You mentioned the word argue. Okay, argument. Kasi usually, dun yun yung nag-a-arise. And more often than not, arguments happen if itong isang tao, gusto niyang patunayan na tama siya at ito rin isang tao, gusto rin niya patunayan na tama siya. Both have the urge or the need to be right. Depende kung sa anong pinag-uusapan o kung pinagtatalunan man, dun na uuwi sa isang argument. But then, ito nga we have different relationships with different people.
Okay.
When do you, is the word suppress? When do you suppress that urge or the need to feel right?
When? Ako, sa akin.
Oo.
Sinusuppress ko yung ganyan if yung naramdaman mo yung tao is not ready to accept what you have to give, parang ganon. Hindi ko masyadong ma-explain Basta, kunwari you're trying to offer something, tapos, and gusto niya something else.
No, ang pinag-uusapan yung the urge, yung may pinipilit kayo may pinipilit na dapat yun yung tama, dapat tanggapin. So, how will that be applicable?
Sa
The
akin.
need to be right nga Dapat yun yung example.
Sa experience ko, marami ako na-encounter na ganyan, ang ganyan ang approach nila. Yung parang ano bang goal nitong tao na to? Parang, ang gusto niya, laging, yung opinion niya, yung nagmamatter. Laging gusto niya, yung opinion niya, yung yung naririnig. Because, maybe this person felt na, yun na yung pinaka-brilliant na idea. Parang ganun. So, ano nga ba yung question?
Those who just joined us, this is our topic. It's a little different. Yes.
Ang hirap niya.
Kasi, we're trying to establish na ito ang pinag-uugatan kasi ng misunderstanding, ng argument. So, and usually, ito yung hindi na-acknowledge. Ang lagi lang ina-acknowledge is yung the fact na mayroong argument na nagtalo. Pero ano ba usually yung pinag-uugatan ng pagtatalo?
Ang gusto nga nila, ang lumabas ay
ito.
yan.
Oo. So, ako naman, okay, sige. Tulungan kita.
Sige, go.
Joke lang. Hindi kasi actually, between the two of us, siya yung mas kalmado.
Kalmado?
Oo, siya yung mas kalmado.
Akala nilang po kalmado siya, pero ang totoo, mas kalmado.
The way, my manner of speaking may be parang
charming, calm, and easy.
Hindi
pero,
strong. Pero between the two of us,
ako naman yung kung magsalita, kala mo medyo strong. Pero ang totoo, I am inside, I am mas calm.
Mas calm siya. So, syempre, nagtatalo din kami. But then, we notice, simple things like, parang, what color, kung anong mas bagay, yung ganun. So, di ba tayong mga girls na parang, gusto natin yung nasusunod kasi kabisado natin yung mga pagdating sa designs, mga ganun, kung anong mas bagay, di ba? So, we have that argument. Tapos, hindi naman namin tinatawag na argument yun. And more often than not, siya, natahimik lang siya. And for the longest time, I've noticed that he would really yield in. He would really give in. Yun lang, para lang matapos, para pagbigyan ako, or para lang matapos yung usapan. But I'd like to think para pagbigyan ako. Hindi, why? Kasi when we have this urge, kasi ako personally, I've experienced that. Lalo na with people na I think na talagang tingin ko mali, I really have that urge. I need to prove that I'm right. Otherwise, parang mali yung magiging paniniwala ng tao. Pero it's not, hindi pala lagi dapat ganun. Sometimes you have to choose. Ano bang mas importante? Patunayan mong tama ka o
or
i-preserve mo yung relationship mo with that person. What exactly matters?
Kaya ako tumatahimik lang ako kasi yung mas pinipili ko yung preservation.
Yung ba na self-preservation?
Sa preservation pala.
Hindi
Hindi pala preservation pala.
So, ayun, siguro lang, we have to acknowledge na ito yun. Baka ito yun, kaya tayo nakikipagtalo sa tao. We don't really, kasi usually, ang laging obvious at ang lagi natin binabanggit. Yan. Kasi siya, mali siya. Ganun siya. Pero, there's something else going on. And we have to acknowledge that. It's, yung the urge or the need to be right. So, ako, parang, I've learned, I guess, parang, I'm not,
Paano halimbawa, innate na dun sa isang tao, yung ganyang klaseng urge? Now, ano ba yung magandang paraan para this person would understand na alam mo yun, you still want to help the person understands that sometimes kinakailangan yung i-balance yung or i-consider yung relationship aside from dun sa yung gusto lang niya na alam mo yun, patunayan na ito yun.
Ano yun? Hindi yan blue, red yan. Hindi blue. Ano yun?
Hindi blue yan. Kasi ganito nga. Ganon. Parang, paano mong, how can you help someone with that kind of character or personality na without having to parang offend them or how do we send the message? How do we send the message? Do we just simply stay silent and let them speak and hear themselves or ano ba?
More often than not kasi pag yung mga taong ganun, they already have yung set of beliefs that they've been holding on to for the longest time. And sometimes it's hard to break that. It's hard to break that. And talagang you just really have to hope and pray that they would recognize na sarili din lang nga nila ang makakasagot nun.
What we have observed is that parang other people also don't want to argue. So pinapabayaan na lang siya. And then, nagiging parang vicious cycle na ginagawa palagi because they get away with it. Parang gano'n. And they felt na when nobody's telling them na parang parang hindi alam mo yun, parang hindi na yata yung tama yung yung ini-insist mo dahil wala na nagsasabi sa kanila, ang nasa isip nila, tama talaga sila. Kaya parang lalong napapatunayan na whatever it is na dinadala nila o ina-argue nila, lalong nurture na parang...
Can you give na lang a specific example? Mas mapadali.
For example, there was this, kunwari, mayroong may problema. And then you offer the solution. Tapos, alam mo na that the solution can solve the problem. But they would still think na, hindi yun. Hindi, aside from, hindi naman siya nega because nandun din naman yung goal niya. Pero, sasabihin niya hindi. Ito na nga yung solution. Hindi nga.
Siguro,
Tapos mag-give up ka na lang. O, di hindi. Ngayon, akala nila pag gumanon ka,
ito. You try to backtrack. I'm pretty sure you've had friends who came up to you and talagang nag-confide sa'yo and ask for advice. Doon sa mga lumapit sa'yo, ilan ang sumunod sa advice mo?
98%.
Sumunod sa advice mo?
Oo.
Kayo, naniniwala kayo doon? Does it also happen to you? Hindi, alam mo yun, yung merong mga ganun personal pag personal, we're not talking about yung advice sa career. Yung mga ganun, oo. Pag may problema na may argument, kasi we're talking about argument. Again, we're talking about the need to be right. Let's not stray away from that. So, yun. Kunyari, may kaibigan mo, nag-away sila ng girlfriend o ng asawa, tapos lumapit sa'yo, nag-confide sa'yo, tapos humingi ng advice, tapos in-advisean mo.
Pero insist pa rin yung kanya. Yun nga, kasi...
Ilan yung sumunod? Pag ganun ang situation. Realistically.
Hindi ko na na-monitor eh. Hindi ko na na-monitor kung sinunod ba niya yung advice ko or not. Kasi yun sa akin, you want to hear something, so hear something. So, it's parang up to you na lang if you want to consider it before making any foolish decision, parang ganun. Or, yun nga. Or, ang masusunod pa rin yung sarili niya, parang ganun. And, actually, hindi ko na nakikita ang end result. Kaya, hindi ko masabi. Kaya, sinasabi ko, hindi ko na monitor. Ang hindi ko na monitor yung result. Kung ano nga ba yung ginawa niya. Because, hanggang dun lang ako sa, binigyan ko siya ng option. So, ilang percentage ba sa tingin mo ang, like, ikaw, ganun din naman. Meron mga magbibigay sa'yo ng advice.
I'm pretty sure even my friends out there have also experienced this, that our friends would confide in us, seek advice, and yet when after giving them advice, they still end up doing what they want to do. Kasi at that moment, hindi naman talaga advice ang hinihingi. They need someone to hear. They need to hear na tama sila.
Empathy, parang ganun.
Oo,
parang
andun na
yung empathize.
Exactly. So, sinabi mo rin empathy. Lahat ng tao, kailangan nun.
No empathy.
Kailangan i-acknowledge. Na tama sila. Kung hindi acknowledge na tama sila, i-acknowledge yung nararamdaman nila. So, which is why, ano ba talaga ang tanong ngayon? Importante ba talaga na that we let the world know that we are right in what we think, in what we believe in? Or mas importante ba na i-preserve yung relationships with the people around us? Diba?
Friends.
So, sa mga bosses, nangyayari din yun, di ba? Sa workplace. What is your take on that?
Mahirap pag boss syempre. Minsan hindi mo na... Wala ka talaga sa position to argue, no? Pero dun sa... Depende din kasi sa personality nung like ako, I will not argue, but I will make them think kung ano yung magiging result na pag yun yung desisyon na sinunod ko. Parang, okay, I'm giving you heads up, ito po yung gusto niyo mangyari, so this is what will happen. So, parang expecting niyo na. I'm setting the right expectation.
Set expectations, yes. Oo. Kasi di ba meron pang, alala ko nun may mga boss na would use the expression, am I right or am I right?
Am I right or am I right?
Di ba? Am I right or am I right? So, yes, ang sabi face-to-face basis. Oo. Kasi, it's not, parang, you'd be lucky if you end up with a boss who's open to feedback.
Oo.
Who
Talaga.
who respects your insight.
Opinion.
Oo.
Or, tinitingnan din nila kung ano yung considerate yun. Masarap maging Pero, of course, magiging considerate yan kung kung may value naman yung sinasabi mo. Wala naman.
Siyempre naman, I mean, he's not the boss or the leader. Doon nga rin nagkakaiba. Doon nga rin nakikita yung pagkakaiba ng boss and leader. Ika nga.
Iba.
Diba?
Magkaiba.
It's, I mean, there are some who insist, because, they want to live up to the title, so they always have to prove that what they're doing and saying are right. Meron namang iba talagang nakikinig. Kasi he acknowledges that he's part of a team, that he needs to take care of the team, that he doesn't have all the answers, and that he is not always right. And there are a lot of factors.
Pero ikaw, talaga, generally, ano masasabi mo doon sa mga taong may ganito?
It's it's human nature, and I mean, there are a lot of factors why they end up being that way.
Because
Ako,
I had a rough childhood.
yeah, could be. We can never tell. Yeah, could be. Could be. Then, if that's the case, it's not their fault. Then it's something that they cannot. It's something that they cannot address alone. But first, yes, they have to acknowledge na merong kailangan mabago sa kanya. And then, moving forward, talagang hindi niya kakayanin mag-isa. He or she has to have someone parang to go through that, yung transitional journey para magbago. Kasi again, parang mindset. Lagi natin binabanggit ang mindset eh. A lot of it has to do with the mindset.
Paano ngayon, halimbawa, meron ka nga mga friends na innate sa kanila yung ganong personalidad. That in every small or big issues, they always felt that they need to have this. So
are you saying na dapat baguhin ko yung taong yon?
Hindi. How do we, as individual talaga, how can we help these people?
First of all, yung tao ba yun hihingi ng tulong?
Huwag ko i-assume na kailangan niya ng tulong.
Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko eh. The person has to acknowledge first na alam niya na meron siyang ganun. Na meron siyang constant need to feel right.
So until
constant
such time,
yes, there's nothing more that you can do dahil ang may katawan lang ang makakasolve nun. So until that person has acknowledged that mentality is eating him up, we can only pray for that person.
Because he had a rough childhood.
Well, I would feel bad naman if he had a rough childhood. Pero syempre kasi it's not, it's not his fault naman, di ba? Kasi nga bata siya noon. Diba? Pero yun that's my take on it. We can only do so much until i-acknowledge
person.
niya. Oo.
Well,
Something in him needs to change.
mukhang matagal pa yan Yun nga yung sinasabi ko Okay, considering, nakita ko na, this person, kinakailangan ma-realize niya that, he needs to change a lot of things dun sa, yung manner niya. Because, most of the time, ang feeling niya siya yung, yun nga, lagi siyang tama. Ang ganon. And, it's sad because wala kang magawa. Wala kang magawa para matulungan siya na magbago yung ganong thinking niya. Nakakalungkot kasi hindi mo rin maano dahil kaibigan mo siya. You feel helpless na wala kang, alam mo yun, nandun ka sa isang position na wala akong magawa para matulungan mo yun. Kasi kaibigan mo nga, yun, nakakalungkot.
Pray. Pray. Ang ano naman doon is, ako may hangganan ang lahat. And the reason why I'm saying that, prayers can do wonders is because I'm not perfect. I've personally experienced God's ways of teaching me a lesson. Yung mga tipong, alam mo yun, yung pilit mong iniiwasan na mangyari yon sa buhay mo. Kasi gusto mong, alam mong hassle yon. But then God still finds a way. Hindi, kailangan mo talagang daanan yon. Hindi mo pwedeng iwasan. No amount of money, no amount of prestige can can help you avoid dahil meron akong paglalagyan sa at dahil doon kailangan mong daanan to. So alam mo yun, so although iba yun, what I'm trying to say is may paraan ang Diyos para ma-realize yun, para maitama tayo. So, hanggat hindi pa na-acknowledge ng tao ngayon, yun, ipagdasal talaga natin. Pero, syempre, pag pinagdasal natin, kung kaibigan natin sila, definitely, ang gagawin ni God dyan is, hindi yung pagising yan, biglang
Totally changed person.
Totally changed person. Siya hindi. That person will have to, undergo challenges that would lead to his transformation. So siguro doon, the best that we can do is to be there for them para makayanan niya.
Okay. So you meaning to say, if you still have friends with the need to be right always, just be with them.
And parang since nagsasalita naman siguro yan, edi if there are episodes na talagang gusto mong pwede mo naman you don't necessarily have to accept what he says all the time. You don't also have to argue. You can be creative, di ba? By asking questions. By asking him questions. Wag mo rin i-contradict. That's my take on it. Wag mo rin i-contradict. Kunyari may sinabi siya na, hindi dapat ganito Hindi dapat ganito. Minsan ginagawa ko yun sa iyo Ano napapansin? Dinadaan ko sa tanong. Okay, sige.
Baka naman hindi mo rin napapansin.
Teka muna. Okay, sige, pag may sinabi, pinagpipilitan niya, ganun. Okay, sige. Pag ganun ba, ano yung mangyayari? Yung mga ganun, idadaan sa tanong. Diba? Kesa, ipagdidikdikan mo yung paniniwala mo sa kanya. He always has that urge, or the need to feel right, to be right. So, it really wouldn't work.
Yung tipong wala nang masagot sa'yo, umiiling na, pero feeling niya kailangan yung sinabi niya yung tama. Parang gano'n. Yung pa rin.
So,
Yeah. So, yun.
I hope, yeah.
Kitty!
I hope you gained insights there. And share your thoughts, We are not, kumbaga, we are not perfect because we also have our own issues, our own arguments, and this is just our way of sharing with you how we deal
Learn.
with it.
And how we
Oo,
learn.
how we learn, how we deal with it, and we're just sharing it with you. Pero kung meron kayong yung mas magandang maipapayo pa or ibang maipapayo pa, please share with us.
Oo nga. Kayo nga mismo. Paano nga kapag meron kayong mga nakasama na, or meron kayong nakakasama talaga na ganyan, everyday, na ganyan, yan. Paano nga kaya? How do you manage these people? How do you put up every day, being with these people with this kind of need?
Eh kung wala naman sila nakakasama doon.
Malay mo naman. Sabi mo nga maraming maraming instances na pwedeng, a lot of people could have that need. Sa magkaibigan, sa mag-asawa, sa magkapatid, basta kahit relatives, di ba? Merong ganyan, yung makikita mo. So, it's all over the place.
It's annoying. It's part of human nature, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yun. Kaya nga,
pero
we
mas
always have
maganda,
to...
Mas maganda pa rin yung makakita tayo ng magandang solution, not just simply, yung, alam mo yun, wala, pagdasal na lang natin siya na ma-realize niya sa sarili.
Ay, wag langin ang dasal.
Hindi. Ibig sabihin, hopefully nga, aside from prayers, mayroon din tayo, we could still come up with something.
Of course, in a perfect world, that would work.
Oh.
In a perfect world, that would work. Pero, yun na nga since ang may katawan lang ang makakasolve nun, how can we actually solve it? How can we have the license? How can we have the opportunity to solve their problem for them if the person himself
Hindi nila recognize.
does not recognize it?
Okay.
Yun lang po. So, tomorrow, may ganap na naman kami. Thank you pala if you're watching right now and you were able to watch the live stream, the webinar on YouTube with DICT. Thank you again pala, DICT. It's ICT month, so they invited me to talk about personal branding. So, maraming salamat if you're watching right now and you were able to watch it earlier. Maraming salamat. If not, head on to DICT Luzon Cluster 2's page. The YouTube link is there. See that. So, you can watch the replay. I think I also posted it if magka-FB tayo. So, tomorrow naman, I'll also be having another webinar. This one is from the invitation of Dolores, the founder of a Philippine home-based virtual assistants. That's from 10 a.m. till 12 noon. It will be on their group. So check that out. Philippine home-based virtual assistant.
Ako naman, I would like to thank our friends who participated this afternoon do sa fourth day na webinar series natin sa facilitating flexible e-learning delivery for TVET. Salamat sa lahat na nag-attend. Hindi na po ako nakapagpaalam kanina because I had to attend another meeting And, yun. Pero, apparently, very, maganda daw yung mga naging presentation kanina from our guests. Maraming salamat din kay Ma'am Tayana for sharing insights on tips and techniques on how to teach online. Para dun sa mga nagta-transition nating mga trainers. And, we have still one more day. Tomorrow din. At anong oras na sa'yo?
10 to 12.
Sa amin ay 1 to 3. So, yun. Thank you. Maraming salamat. And, see you tomorrow. See you all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Stay safe. Stay well, please. Keep safe.
Bye-bye.